I'm Dave from Hicks Motorsports, Dave Hicks. We are out here at Willow Springs, Spec Miata. We've got 3 cars campaigned this weekend. We've been doing well, so pretty great racing this weekend. Started Hicks Motorsports probably 2021, I believe it was. My son started racing Spec Miata from go-karts at age 12 in 2019. And when we decided to build him a new car from his first original car, we started renting that car and to help fund Cooper's racing, so we could continue him racing. We got a second car for our trainer who has been training Cooper since he was in go-karting, for Casey Cook, and he started driving that car in addition to and with Cooper on track. So at that point, then when we built Cooper a new car, we had 3 cars. So we figured we'll just keep the ball rolling. So now Cooper's in Spec MX-5, and Casey's no longer racing with us. So we've had other go-karters and other people come into these cars. So we're on our, like I said, 3rd year, I believe it is, of having renters in addition to Cooper racing. So right now it's a little hectic because we got 3 Spec Miatas on a weekend, and then Cooper will be racing Spec MX-5 elsewhere on an additional weekend. Good and bad with that. Good is they're not simultaneous. Bad is it almost seems like every weekend we're racing. So a lot of work to maintain all these cars. I have an additional car that we use for renting out for track days, HPDEs, and comp school. In addition to doing training, it's got a passenger seat in it, and we'll do coaching and training for kids coming from go-karts into a car, learning how to shift, heel toe, all the dynamics of being in a car. So we have a pretty good program. I think we're constantly podium, which is good. And we work highly on driver development and safe driving, and following the rules and just making sure that everybody has a clean race. Obviously incidents happen and stuff, and we try to minimize that as much as possible. But I believe it's all in the training from the beginning of instilling safety and awareness and car control and all that stuff. I think is key. We haul the cars to the track. We do fuel. We do tire swaps. Setup changes, getting the drivers in the car, strapped in and all that. Cars and drivers are radioed up, so we have headsets. We usually, 50% of the time I say, we'll provide one of our guys as the person on the headset. Sometimes it's the associate with the driver, a parent or a friend or whoever they may bring, a crew member of some sort. But our goal is to keep everybody on track rolling, so whatever we need to do. Yesterday we had a couple incidents with the car. One blew out a front hub assembly, which took everything, brakes, brake line, caliper, everything off at once. So I try to bring as many parts as possible to be prepared for that kind of stuff. We were able to get that fixed and back on track. That happened on morning warm-up, and we only had an hour and a half till it was qualifying. So we got fuel done, tires done on all 3 cars in addition to that repair. And then during qualifying on one of our other cars, the rear hub went bad, so he pulled off early, and so we took care of that before the main, but we had a couple hours in between, so that was no issue. Still, all cars get the fueling, their proper tires, tire pressures, and any other little tweaks and stuff that we need to make. So we provide, I think a pretty good, track support, and like I said, we do our best. We've had days where we've replaced 2 transmissions in one day. One in the morning, one in the afternoon in different cars, just to keep the guys on the track. So I do usually have a transmission, sometimes 2 transmissions with me. That weekend I had 2. And like I said, a handful of parts. If you look around, you see all these totes are all full of car parts. And extra wheels and as many fuel cans as I can carry. But we try to be prepared. I'm really about being prepared, and obviously can't prepare for everything, but anything that we could possibly have to do at the track and could physically be able to do at the track, I try to prepare for. We have a Instagram and a YouTube channel, both Hicks Motorsports, we use my cell number as our phone number. So area code 805-908-1597. That'll get directly to me. I also have my regular business, which is my automotive mobile business. So that's the same number for that. So just call, let us know what you're calling about. We'll get back to you, and we'll see what if we can suit your needs for you. Whether you got a young driver that you want to get into racing and learn how to drive, even if they've never driven before, we have the capabilities to provide that. Usually starting around age 12 is about a good age to introduce that, and they pick it up pretty well as long as they have good clear training. And we start over on Streets of Willow, start off slow, and then we'll move up, and then eventually maybe not that day, but maybe after a couple times we'll get onto the Big Willow. And then depending on where they're at and if they're ready to race and they go through all the programs to get their comp license, we could potentially field a car for you. We provide the car, you buy for us. Look us up, go to the YouTube channel and see what's going on. There's constantly stuff going on, whether it be car repairs, car maintenance, doing stuff on the trailers, regular practice days and or race weekends and stuff. There's always something going on, so just cruise through and you'll kind of see what it's all about.